And that's McDonald Beckett in his office. The largest office in the entire county.
In the base.
You know, that is a funny thing when people
This
travel.
is,
Wait,
are we rolling?
we're rolling. Get over here, Javelina. And there's his office mate.
Will we be able to view this tape later on, or what?
We can view it anytime you want. Gene, tell us a little about your trip.
Which one?
Which one? An unbelievable world traveler.
Just an incredible kind of person. What can I say?
Gene has been traveling now for 6 years.
From one mental hospital to another.
This is on tape. Will be mailed to your clients.
True confessions.
What do you think of that, Mr. Beckett?
Would you like me to tell you about the meal I had that cost $300 in New York City?
He can tell you about every bar.
Not really.
All right.
Cut as a lineup.
Yeah, really.
Who are you going to pick out?
That was like one of our guilty clients.
Yeah, don't look down.
Put your toes on the red mark.
Really. Side view. Then quarter turn to the right.
Put your hands in your pockets.
Yeah.
Gene with the magical feet. Let's see him.
Put your hands on your hips.
Can we move those feet for us?
Talking about that.
Oh, look at those magical feet. It's like she's standing on red hots. Come on, move the feet.
Fire. Cut.
Put your hands on your head. Put your head on your hands. Put your head on your
That was
lap.
like one of the worst moments. The last wedding I went to is they hired a little video camera guy, and he went around and be like, "Okay, say something to the couple," and me going, "What can I say?"
So, what happened?
I think it's like time to run.
We see motion. Look at this. And there she goes. That's Tom Javelina.
Bob Welch. Remember that name.
That's all he thinks about is his baseball team,
Come
which is in
October,
last place.
You're paying me vast sums of money. I'd like to borrow that for the summer.
This is the hoop Tom has never made a basket in. Right there. He's tried to earn playoff ticket after playoff ticket, and never once has he made a shot.
Who's going to win between the Celtics and Lakers?
Lakers in 4.
4?
Detroit will win the next game. Robert Parrish will not play. Dennis O'Connell, are you in trial today, Mr. O'Connell?
No, I'm not. Hi, Mom. Hi, kids.
That's the
Is
coach
this on
of
national
our
television?
winter softball team.
Which we have to get the money for, by the way. Mr. Cameraman, do you have the money? I'd like
Cut.
a check, please.
All my money went into the camera. This is my new office right here. Mr. O'Connell, when will you be out of this office?
Did you get the panoramic view of the dumpsters down there? At least they have the lids closed today.
When are you going to be moving out of this office?
Never. I'm a permanent resident. And I'd like you to know that Mr. McGregor, my co-tenant, he'll probably leave to get his own office, just as his predecessors did. You know, Brian Ducker and Vicky Bryles, they get their own offices, and here I sit sharing.
Well, what do you think about that? Do you have a statement you'd like to make to the
I
management?
think it's rotten. I think Mr. Giannini is really taking advantage of me because I'm under 5'6". I think he's got a complex about short people. I think he wrote the song "Short People Got Nobody."
Are you president of the Short People Society of the United States?
No, Mr. Neary is Dwayne Neary, who left our office just recently.
Do you think he left
Take
because he
my short
was
jokes.
under 6 foot or under 5'5" also? I can afford to carpet his office right there.
That's correct. That's correct.
I heard
you're up this early, 7:30 a.m., Mr. Apple.
I heard Mr. Leonard being transferred. People are bidding for your office.
I'm back to juvenile. I have a small
Stick around.
corner in the library there that I'm going to be utilizing to make some big decisions.
Aronson, muscle man of the office. Can we see those muscles, Mr. Aronson?
You obviously settled your case.
Could I see? Come on, flex those muscles for the camera.
I
Are
would
you
like
in last
to-
place in our baseball pool, Rich?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not.
Well, have you been doing the stats today?
I did the stats the last 2 days. Anyway, Baruch's stats were, ridiculous.
Why do you say that?
Well, because he didn't. First of all, he left off pitching. We left off half the categories.
Well, you left off categories that you're not doing that well in.
I said he left off pitching. So you didn't hear me. He left off pitching.
I heard your
Kicking
pitchers aren't
ass.
doing that good.
Who did you hear that from?
Aronson, the neatest desk in the office.
Did you
Let's
hear
see
that
if we
from
can-
Mike Schmidt?
Let's see if we
That,
can find any cases that Rich is working on. No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, you just bumped into one right there. It's in fact it's as tall as you.
Is that going to be reassigned?
No, that one is, I just got done with. You might take a look at it. You're preserving these things for posterity. Show people what one of your management people is doing. There it
That's
is.
the case at
From the
Rich
bottom
Evans's.
to the top. That's,
Unbelievable. The longest case at our office.
That's right.
Those boxes are completely empty. So are we going out for a hot? Uh-oh.
No, I can't make it for hot dogs, Jim, but some of the time. Be back to that, will you?
My colleagues are coming here, or my heads of course.
There's the Tom Mooney.
Yeah?
Why is he wearing those shades? Dennis, so how'd it go yesterday?
It's a rough day. Celtics won last night.
Did you watch that game?
No.
I saw the game. Celtics were great. Larry Bird is my hero.
Who, so
Oh,
Tom the
God,
Bookie
how
Mooney.
Upsetting. How upsetting. That asshole Bird does something good just when he's screwing up the whole playoffs. I can't believe
Who
it.
do you pick in the game tomorrow night, Tom? Between Detroit and the Celtics.
Detroit.
Why do you make that pick?
They're playing in Detroit.
Detroit by 20 tomorrow.
Detroit by 20, the greatest Laker fan of all time, Dennis Sakai.
Thank you.
What happened to your trial yesterday, Dennis?
It got sent to Department 1.
Your other case in Westcourt was trailed till next Monday.
To next Monday?
They wouldn't.
Trial dogs.
They wouldn't trail it till Friday.
Maybe I can get it in advance, because I think that case can be resolved.
Well, you might want to talk to Lou about that, your buddy.
Lou Cardenas? Okay.
Well, it's good talking to you, Mr. Apple.
Thank you. Thank you for appearing on the tape. We'll be sending it to Hollywood.
How
Very
about-
good.
Just send it to 60 Minutes.
Terminate here. I can't let you use it.
Is that
There he is.
yours, or did you steal it? Or is it from a client?
No, I got it from. Well,
Are
Sally.
you running yet?
Yes, it's running. That's a comedian. Brooks, so what are your plans this week? What have you got on
My
calendar?
plans are to put on 3 or 4 trials this week. One
In
of
one
them
week?
87. Yeah.
You have a murder case?
Yeah. Well, that'll only take half day or so, though.
Well, that's a court trial then.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Court trial.
You probably waive.
Well, actually, we're stepping into a commissioner on this one.
Oh yeah, and you're just going to submit on the police reports?
I don't even think we need that.
What do you plan on doing?
Well, I'll just submit on the complaint. Sure.
You'll submit on the complaint. That's an interesting tactic.
Well, it's something Mr. Beckett taught me in juvie, and it was very successful for him.
Have you personally had any success with that?
Not yet. No, this is my first.
And you're going to try that on a murder case?
Max says there's no problem with
Is
that.
that a death penalty case?
Of course it is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You do nothing but death penalty cases.
I'm the death penalty specialist here in the office. That's right.
When did you become that?
Right after I got through with I think it was my third 12-500 trial in juvie.
Oh, that's right.
They booted me right up here to the panel, and
And then started giving you death penalty
Death penalty
cases.
special
Is your
status.
goal? So you're head of the the homicide panel. Is that right?
well, no, Max head of the homicide panel. I'm right under him.
These guys.
Yes, please.
Are those all death penalty cases, Brooks?
Every one of them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Mac assigned them all to me.
Oh, you Mac Beckett?
Mac Beckett, standing right
The
next to you.
infamous Mac Beckett?
Yeah, you might get a
A
shot.
man that spends $300 for a meal?
Is it that much? I thought it was $300 on a suit.
Oh, that's right. No, those are from CNR.
Oh, CNR, you can get them for $199, I think it is.
Yeah, that's why Mac has so many suits.
Is
It's
that
like-
camera really rolling?
You're on camera now. Say something.
You have sound going also?
I have everything.
Oh my God.
This is our fearless leader, Michael Giannini.
Right, the Dan Topping of the team, right?
That's right.
If we win, I make the profit. If we lose, we fire the general manager.
That's the man that purchased my car. The trial lawyer of the 80s right here. Joel Baruch. Unbelievable.
Fresh off his latest victory.
What did you win?
Huh?
What'd you win?
My wife's love.
What happened with your homicide, Joel?
Oh, I got a ball.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's what it was worth. I didn't do anything great. That's exactly what it was worth. Thank you.
So what do you think about your chances in the baseball pool?
Pretty good. You know, I tabulated the first 5 categories for May 15th. I did not tabulate game-winning hits. I did not tabulate stolen bases. But the other 5 categories, and you know who's in first place? Spellman. Spellman is ahead of everybody. The luck of the draw. He picks Maldonado. He picks Leonard.
Well, you know those guys are going to fall
He
apart.
picks Downing. I mean, all those guys got like 12 home runs. Schmidt.
Schmidt's on the disabled list.
I know.
So what do you think of your chances? Where did you stand?
I was in second, tied for second with Mark Hayes. You were right behind us, about 1.5 points behind us.
Hayes is in second place.
You are number 1 in hits and number 1
Marty,
in runs.
conflict time.
Oh, get off my
No,
butt.
Yeah, they gave me another police report. They gave me a police report
I had that police report already.
with Cromwell? Marty.
Why not? I only got a notebook this fat with police reports. We're only up to 500 pages now.
But what are you going to do about Cromwell?
There's not an official conflict. My intent is to leave the office and see if I can get the case.
What's the conflict?
I'm at liberty at this time to divulge that to a private attorney. I hope you don't say anything to him. That would be a conflict. You'd be out of the office. Is there any film in that?
Well, you
No,
don't
I'm
wanna
not
try this
filming
case.
anything.
I want it tried.
Is it going to be tried, or is...
It's going to be tried because Mike Koski is allowed to try it and get his name pressed.
Well, the only thing is about trying it, I mean, you haven't even done a prelim yet, have you?
I can do a prelim on the case for 6 months. Probably take that long to read all the police reports.
You know, you can
Is that the case? Is that your biggest case, Marty?
You could steer the conflict out of our way if you
It's
want.
the second biggest case in the county right now.
If you declare it on June 22nd,
19.
you're going to declare it the 19th?
That's the next arraignment date. I'm not sure I'm declaring one. I'm
camera
hoping to
steady.
get out of it.
Well, listen to me. Listen to me. We
That was
have
Tom Havelina.
we are on the conflict starting June 22nd.
So I put the arraignment over a week.
Just put the arraignment over a week and we'll get it on us, and we'll take. Obviously, it's a special feast.
Joel, that case is a little heavy for you, though, isn't it?
I'll take it.
But just I'm going to take the case. I'm leaving the office. This is an announcement. I am leaving the office.
Wait a minute.
We
Let's
don't
get.
know we have a conflict.
But
This
it's
case will keep me in bucks for a year. This case is going to pay somebody for a year. We're not really running.
Put the hairspray.
I hope it's not.
Apple, unlike you, I'm doing some work here. If you don't mind.
Turn around. Turn around. Say something for the camera.
Today's a wonderful day, and I'm going to have a good time.
You better.
There he is. The law clerk of the future. How long have you been a law clerk with our office?
I've been a law clerk for 1.5 years.
And how long do you anticipate being a law clerk with our office?
At least another year and a half.
And then when you become a lawyer, what's your motto going to be?
My motto will be like Jim Apple.
Do you think you can live up to those standards?
Probably not, but it's nice to have a goal anyway.
Have you always wore your hair like that? Let's just try to get the upper part of the do.
Yes, I've always worn my hair like this, and I'm proud to say that I will always have my hair, unlike yourself, who's...
Is I can cut you out of the picture.
This guy
Look, and
is
here's
sick.
Doc.
Wait a minute, there's the tallest
There's
guy
a
in our
sick
office.
man.
There's
Look
the
at this
tallest
guy.
guy in our... The doc. You should know, he's called the
You
doc.
take that thing to bed at night or what?
I do take that to bed.
He hasn't got a zoom lens, so he can't get all of himself with it. But
There's the tallest. Could you stand next to the other individual, Mr.
Does that have a
O'Connell?
special microscope attachment for taking movies of yourself? You still think this is 6 inches, I know.
That reminds me of the joke. Have you heard about Larry? What's his name again? Gary Hart's new book.
What?
How I Came Within 6 Inches of Being the President.
That's bad.
That is bad. You are a sick individual,
There
Coach.
was another one.
Wait, get it from...
Gary Hart's only mistake.
What?
He didn't have Ted Kennedy drive her home.
There he is, Investigator of the Year. Right there, Chuck Cluse.
Yeah, but not much of a hitter.
Where's the Hawaiian shirt, Cluse?
I just got back from Hawaii, so I just come over to tell you what a good lawyer you are, and you know your cases are all done, and it's up
Did
to
I
you
win?
to win them now.
What happened on set?
You don't even
Is it
have-
that makeup?
There's no film in there.
I know there's no film in there. I'm just testing it. Rich, the
I
hot
get it.
dog man. Show us those muscles, Aronson. Appreciate that gesture, Aronson.
I've got to some work to do.
I know, I do too. I gotta go home. I mean, to work.
Oh, that's on camera. That's on camera. And there's Joe going home.
Yeah.
It's another rough day. It must be at least, well, the camera shows 10:11. Joe leaves to go home. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
So say something for the camera.
Well, let's see. Apple's only had more trials almost than anybody. Him
I
and
like
Mary.
that. Keep talking. Keep talking.
In fact, Mike, I don't think we'll turn loose of you or Mary because you're putting all the trials on for the panel right
Let's see what my partner
in
says
fact,
about
Apple
that.
has more convictions than both of the DAs
now.
are.
In fact, Apple hasn't had a two-word verdict in a long time.
Cut. Cut.
All you had to just bought it or what?
Yeah, bought it 2 days ago.
That's nice.
Oh, it's a great toy.
We got one 3 years ago. We had the separate kind that has the
Uh-huh.
pack and the separate camera. These are a lot nicer though.
There's Marty Cossack
Hey,
there.
Marty, come in here. Come in
He's
here.
already been taking my picture, but there's
Ah.
nothing in there. Is
This
there?
guy,
Oh, God.
this guy this morning goes and gets a stipulated 1026, and the guy is saying, huh? Boy, they scared him this morning. The judge says, why don't you bother your client, Mr. Cossack? And Marty says, huh? Maybe the DA should do it. He says, what I do. I don't know how to do that stuff.
Well, I could have voir-dired him, but the only thing is, I would be tempted to make mistakes for the record.
Oh, I like
I would skip things, like, we'll skip all the Fourth Amendment stuff. And well, did you talk to a lawyer? We'll skip that. 'Cause he almost blew that question.
I
That's
did.
the one we
Is
talked
Is that your
about.
camera, Apple?
You bought to get Tom.
I just get envious of these
Is that one of those camcorders? I mean, it's on the thing.
Automatic focus, zoom.
Do you have a portable TV you use with it?
Uh-huh. That's what
Can I borrow it for June 15th?
Tom Evelina has it for that day. He already got it for the entire summer.
Oh, well, that was going to bring in
How much you spent for it?
porn pictures of a baby
About
being
1,200.
Yeah. That's nice.
born. Jesus Christ, Apple.
There he is, Randy Pacheco.
Finally, the DA kicked it.
Really, that sounds like a tremendous victory.
Yeah.
Guess what the case was worth?
What do you think of that, Mark?
I think you're a flaming asshole.
Mr. Rakich has to say, cameraman.
Well,
Right.
Mr.
That's
Rakich's opinion is well respected by this cameraman.
Is or isn't?
Not as well as probably the most powerful trial lawyer right now in our office, Marty Cossack, right there. Until he conflicts on that case. And then no longer will he get any camera.
You know, the problem is that
And there he goes. Could you say that again? What are you two doing, Kevin?
Duty dog material.
Zach. Take one, and that's Albert Einstein. The comparison is compelling.
Actually, this Dazenbrock case is a winner for the defense. Take a look, for instance, at the composite drawings that were done. There were 4 separate drawings done. Not one of them looks like the other. And yet these witnesses come into the lineup. They identify my client. It's obvious they had seen the picture in the register the week before. That identification is no good. It's a strong case for the defense, and I looked forward to trying the case against Mr. Koski. I think that not only the prosecution, but the citizens would have been quite surprised at the success we were going to have. Unfortunately, I have to give up this winner because the public defender has a conflict. And so it's with great regret that I won't get a chance to try this case and expose it for what it really was, an attempt by DA Mike Koski to put his name in the headlines so that he could run for governor of the state. Didn't have a shot at it anyway, but that was what he was. That was his ploy. That was what was behind this thing.
Mr. Cossack, Mr. Cossack, Mr. Cossack. Oh.
Yes, UBI, go ahead.
Mr. Cossack, how long did you think the trial was going to take?
Yeah, it looked to me like we probably would have been engaged in trial for 3 months, approximately.
Mr. Cossack, Mr. Cossack, Mr. Cossack.
AP.
Did you plan on your client testifying? Telling the country about his innocence and this mistaken ID?
You know, he's protected by the Fifth Amendment, and my feeling was there's no way the DA could have gotten over his burden on this case. And so, with effective cross-examination, which is one of my strengths, wise jury selection, which is another one of my strengths, I see no reason why it would have been necessary for Mr. Dazenbrock to take the stand. But that decision had not yet been made, and of course that's Mr. Dazenbrock's decision ultimately.
And that's our headline story for today. Thank you very much, Mr. Cossack. Marty Cossack from the Criminal Courts Building in Orange County. Trial.
Investigation request, because I told Suzanne to go look for that guy, the other guy who was driving the car.
Well, is he hard to find?
Shouldn't be, because we have an address. All right, and
What's your client say?
my client says that he...
For the camera.
Say something for the camera. Hi. No, you're supposed to say something for the camera.
Yeah, she's right in her office.
So, she's not in her office. Where's her office?
Oh, right here?
Oh, she's not here.
You're right.
Where is she?
I don't know where Mary is.
So why are you playing with that?
I'm taping things. I'm making an office tape
Why are you making an office tape?
for people in the office.
Is
Memories.
that your camera or is that an office camera?
That's my camera.
It's yours? Son of a bitch, what are you doing with an office camera? I mean, with your own camera.
Here?
Yeah.
Taping.
No, I mean, why would you even have that camera? Look, I gotta find Roger.
What does Albert have to say about that? It looks like John was very confused. Thank you, Albert. Trial machine. probably the most success in our office with the trials. Dan, what do you attribute your success to?
You know, Jim, I've thought a lot about that question, and I'm really glad you asked me. And I'd say that overall, it's Wheaties that have done it for me.
Really? How often do you eat Wheaties?
3 times a day, whether I need them or not.
That's amazing. Is that the only reason? Where do you buy your Wheaties? Is it the store you purchase them at?
Well, they come from Ralph's, Jim. I can't say if it's the particular Ralph's. I don't believe you're doing this. You got any film in that thing?
Yeah, this is all on tape. So when did you start eating Wheaties, Dan? Was it any particular time?
Yes, it's only been a year or so that I've been eating Wheaties. And prior to that, with the Post Toasties, things were not going well. so I can make this great.
Let's take my car now. It's right across the street in the pay lot. That way I get it out of that pay lot.
Can you say something for the camera, Leonard?
What would you like to hear, Jim?
Whatever.
Let's hear about
I'm going on vacation on Saturday, Jim. And
Let's hear
Where are you
about
going on vacation?
I'm going to Minnesota, where I grew up. And I'm looking forward to that, by the way.
How long are you going on vacation?
I'm going on vacation until the 15th of June.
That's all you get.
It's not long
One
now.
more shot.
Send
And,
you by your feet.
and I'll miss you. Yes, I will. I will miss you a lot, especially
bad
ridiculous
cold.
scenes like this. I'm really going to miss.
So who do you pick in the NBA championship?
I like the Lakers. Although the Celtics are lucky, and last night proved the Celtics are amazingly lucky, and I can't rule out the Celtics from winning the championship, but I like the Lakers.
What do you think about the Minnesota Twins this year, Leonard?
I think they're playing to their ability. That means they are what their record is. That's 500, 22 and 22. They're going to be 81 and 81 at the end of the year. This for Jim. What do you got going here?
I'm making a tape for the office.
Let's hear about the last time
In a shooting for a Lakers series.
Rebounds, banks it up, misses again, puts it up.
Tavolina's missed his
Okay, that was a
42nd consecutive shot.
Okay, I'm no Debbie Kloss.
Say, Jim, could you put the camera over here a second right now so I tell the camera what I'm going to do right now? I got to go write a letter to my decorator who cost me $5,000, and I've got to ask her not to sue me for more money than she's already given me.
Are you selling your furniture, Leonard?
Yes, would you like bargain rates? You want camera? You want good deals on furniture? You contact me, 834-3308. That'll be my office. Good deals.
Yes, Ken Miller.
This is Ken Miller before bar results. That's enough. Did you even get that tape?
That's Ken Miller, up close and personal. Can you show us your pitching form, Ken? Wait a minute. He's lost control of his left eyebrow. Unbelievable. What's going on, Ken? What do you contribute your success in writs and appeals to?
Failing the bar. Get on television.
Then you might have a chance.
Say something.
Anything you want to hear?
Say
How come
something.
you got a Minolta?
What? That's a good brand.
Oh, I know it is. Is that a little bit of dust on your microphone? There's a little bit of dust on your microphone.
Make a statement to McCartan. This is Dennis Sakai. Make a statement to McCartan.
Judge McCartan, you're wrong about this case. The case is worth local time. That's all.
Great argument, huh? Judge, all right, that's fine.
Here's something that you might find entertaining. You can later shoot your own reaction shots.
I was using mine like crazy when I first got it.
Yeah.
You don't use it anymore?
Yeah, I use it. Take the kids and stuff, ball games.
Oh, he's actually got stuff in there.
Yeah. Now what you're going to do with this tape is you're going to edit in your own reaction shots later. You're going to film yourself with reaction shots,
Why don't
aren't
you make
Jen?
a movie, Apple?
Here he comes.
I
Aren't
am.
You are? Okay. Well, let me get your reaction shots later.
Wait a minute. Move out of the way. I haven't got this man. This is the trial lawyer. How's your trial going, Lewis?
It's going pretty good, but I'll tell you something. I'm going to do my closing argument this afternoon, and I need your articles on mistaken identification. And I think you had a couple of them. Most of the ones you
Lazy
use,
justice.
well, most of the ones you use are not very good, but I'd like to look through and pick out the good ones, if you don't mind.
Dead
All
wrong
right.
about Stan.
Yeah, maybe one.
Trial lawyer of the 80s. Did you say something for the camera, Brian?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing, Apple? You just know how to work this?
No, I know how to work it. Come on, Brian, say something. Tell us about your day. Tell us about your weekend. Tell us about your wife. Tell us about something. Come on,
My wife's a
Brian.
redhead just like you, Apple.
Come on, say something. Say something for Einstein. Brian Ducker. Brian, how do you feel about the obligation of representing Albert Einstein?
I feel like I'm going to win this case.
And what
Because
is-
Albert's dead, and they're unlikely to prosecute him when he doesn't show up.
Well, how is Albert going to pay if he's dead?
I work for the public defender. The state pays me.
What are they charging Albert with?
They're charging Albert with lewd and lascivious conduct.
Oh, really? And what does that arise out of?
He tried to put his theory of relativity into somebody who didn't want it.
What do you think about that, Albert? What is Albert exercising his
12-year-old
constitutional right and not saying anything?
Exactly. Some 12-year-old girl didn't want to take Albert's theory of relativity into her, so they're charging him with 288C.
What is that?
It's lewd lascivious theory of relativity.
What does your wife feel about you representing Albert Einstein?
She didn't want to do it with Albert when she was young either, so she agrees to the prosecution in this case.
Is Albert your most famous client?
No, my most famous client is probably Robert Gutierrez, who slept with his own father while pending peanettes.
And that's Brian Ducker, and his most famous client, or second most famous client, Albert Einstein. Derby, could you look at the camera?
Hi, darling.
So what happened, Mary?
Yes, I almost got killed in the tank yesterday. My client had a gun. That was terrible, Jim. I'm not kidding. That scared the crap out of me.
Are you going to be in trial, you think, indefinitely now, Mary?
Yes, I do. I think the month of June, I'm trailing one from this month. I have one set for them first that's going, and right after that I have millions of them. And the thing is, they are all triable. Every one of them I can argue something. Some of them may be not guilty. I'm going to be trial lawyer of the 80s.
You're going to be trial lawyer of the 80s?
Yes.
How many trials do you have?
About it, but 3.
3 in 1 week?
No, in 1 month.
Oh. You don't anticipate being able to try more than 3?
Shooting?
We're shooting.
Good, Apple, come on up.
That's Bill Kelly in our office, who used to get the most publicity in the paper. However, Jim Eager has taken over. What do you think about
Is
that,
Eager
Kelly?
in the paper?
Eager was in the funnies. He was in the comics.
He belongs in the comics.
Kelly, could you say something for the camera? I mean, do something. Show us one of your trial techniques.
Huh?
Show us that famous closing argument of yours.
This is what I do. This is what I do when things aren't going well and my case is kind of going down the tubes and things are just getting tough in the courtroom. I very respectfully look over to the district attorney and I go like this.
And what does that signify? Peace?
Yeah.
And that's Bill Kelly. This is, say something. You're on camera right now.
Okay, like what should I say?
Say something about yourself. You're in writs and appeals. Say something legal.
Something legal like trespass, query clause, and forget? Would that be sufficient? Would you like me to do I'm a little teapot? I do that very well.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. What are we using this for, incidentally?
This is for your promotions.
Oh, great. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, then I shout. Just tip me over and pour me out.
What was that? Using it just to make a film of everybody in the office.
Oh, good.
That's Hector Chaparro there, trial lawyer of the 90s. Mr. Chaparro, could you tell us a little about your background?
Well, I went to one of the finer institutions of undergraduate education in the United States, Stanford University. Got in on an athletic scholarship. I played center for the football team. I also golfed in my spare time. I'm really right-handed, but in order to make Apple feel better, I usually golf left so that he doesn't get astounded by my form.
What about identification? You're noted as one of the experts in the office on identification
I'm
testimonies.
a premier expert on identification.
Is it true that in identification cases you use an AKA to confuse the jury?
Mr. Connor, telephone, please.
I like that. That's a good one. Not bad. Well, I think I'll give you and your camera some quality time alone.
Could you say something in departing, while departing?
Well, I'm partying as... No comment.
This car.
Looks like a video camera. I just rented one over the weekend. Looks almost the same.
You rented a video camera over the weekend?
Yeah.
Why did you rent a video camera?
So I could film my son.
Oh, that's...
Just started walking about 3 weeks ago.
Can you say something for the camera?
Can I what?
Wait, we need the interpreter. Como es la budo?
Yeah. Bring him in. Bring the interpreter in. Let me see this thing from your end.
Do you want to say something for the camera?
Yes, I'll say something. The reason that you feel I'm so short is I'm in the office with Dr. O'Connell and I don't care to stand up because I'd like to stay at the same level as he is. Other than that, the smoke is getting in my eyes right now and I will be quitting that very shortly.
Mr. McGregor, who lost 15 pounds recently.
And this is probably the only time you'll see me alive.
And that's, look at that work he has. Unbelievable. The man looks like he's overwhelmed with files.
I won't make the admission.
Trailing on 6 cases.
But I'm sure glad that you've agreed to stay late this evening and maybe help me out this round.
Watching his health. There's a cigarette.
Not on the floor. Oh, you're in the trash can? I keep my ashtray as empty as possible.
Jim Eager. Say something for the camera, please.
Eat this. Eat shit and die. Get out. Get out.
I'm being chased out of his apartment.
No photos, please.
I thought you got the most press coverage of anybody in our
Oh, I
office.
didn't know you were with the press. Excuse me. This is my good angle.
Say that again.
I says, that man has...
No such thing
Hi,
as
is
a...
Mesa still around, or is he taking a powder for the day? Back before I
It's Jim
catch
Eager
him.
who receives the most press
Jump on
coverage.
top of him and sit down.
Oh, he's afraid of the
Just go
camera.
home before it's Press? This is John.
That's and his sidekick Dennis Sakai, who sold his tickets for $500. The richest lawyer in our office.
Was.
Who, that guy? Hell no, he's a refugee from a relocation